Hey everybody, just got home from picking this up. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace and it's something that I kind of always wanted for a while. Not sure, they don't come up very often. So I went and picked it up. Still has the original, excuse me, original price tag on it from wherever they got it from. Canadian Tire, $59.99. The Bernzomatic Oxygen Tote Torch Kit. Well, the guy bought it at a garage sale and says he never used it. He's a fairly young kid. That I asked him, I said, you have a bunch of stuff for sale. Do you sell it? Do you shop at like auctions and storage locker auctions and stuff? He said, no, he just goes to garage sales, buys stuff and resells it. So, cool. So what it comes with is this stand. You put your cylinders in, oxygen, propane. Get your hose. So each has your hose with your tip. Fairly big tip on there. Little handle. It's all in good shape. Bernzomatic has things on here. Read instructions before operating. Keep out of children's reach. Don't use near combustibles. Keep away from oil and grease. Wear protective goggles. Do not operate with flame shorter than quarter inch. If flame disappears inside nozzle with hissing sound, immediately turn off valves. That would be a good idea. Connect cylinders to proper valves, hand tight. Open propane valve 1/16 turn, light with sparker, adjust flame to 4 inches. Open oxygen valve to obtain a neutral flame. Adjust flame as necessary. Turn oxygen off before turning propane off. Disconnect cylinders when not in use. Sounds like good advice. So there's the handle, the wand, or whatever you want to call it, and the tip. The torch, I guess. Oh, there's a striker. This would be your propane, I'm guessing, and this would be your oxygen. Yep. Bernzomatic. Medina, New York. Left-hand thread. Looks in good shape. It's got a cork gasket in there, I notice. Same with this one. Both gaskets look like they're not very used. I don't think this was used a whole lot. The hose is still very pliable. I mean, this thing has got to be 50 years old. The hoses are still very pliable. No cracking, no dryness, no brittleness, nothing. They're just nice rubbery hoses, as they should be. So that's awesome. What else do I got in here? Oh, another striker. Oh, just a regular propane torch head. That looks like an old one. If you look in there, can you see? That looks like a bit of solder in there. Bit of lead, probably from doing pipes or something. We got Bernzomatic Tote Torch. Carry the flame, not the fuel. Oxygen cutting and welding torch. Motto OX 2500. Instruction manual. There's another one. What do we got? 2 instruction manuals? Oh no, this one's French. Bernzomatic Chalamieux Portatif. Transportez la flamme non le combustible. Yeah, so this is just the French version of that. And that's it. So let's get rid of that. Let's keep one of these. Which one works the best? That one's alright. That one kind of sucks. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's get the box out of the way because it's combustible, you know. So I haven't even tried this thing out yet. I did stop on the way home at Home Depot, picked up a propane cylinder. I have lots of the green ones, but they don't fit in the cool little tote, so I had to get one of these. Take the little cap off. This is oxygen. That's right, reverse threads. You want to remember when you're taking the cap off. There we go. So let's start by putting the oxygen on. Make sure we're not going to drop everything all over the floor. Just stick that under there, around there. Okay, so there's our oxygen valve. We'll just put the bottle onto it. Remember to turn counterclockwise to tighten it. Go a few threads. If it starts getting stiff, back off. You don't want to cross thread it. Make sure your valve is closed all the way. Hand snug. Right there. Now let's take the propane. Make sure its valve is off. And it just screws in regular clockwise, sorry. I'm kind of excited. Not sure what I want it for. Just thinking more soldering things, heating things to bend, that type of thing. I don't know. The price was right. So there we go. Let's fire it up. So it says to give this a 1/16 of a turn and then adjust the flame to a 4-inch flame. That's about a 1/16. There we go. That's not a 4-inch flame. Oh, that's about 4-inch. Let's try that. The oxygen. Let's try. I watched a video on this, and these valves are fairly touchy. You get nothing, and then all of a sudden you get a lot. There we go. You hit that. Let's see. Blew itself out. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's try something. I got a little piece of sheet metal here set up. What gauge is this? This is some right there. It is 18 gauge. 18 gauge or 16 gauge? So that's the 16. Okay, yeah, we're 16 gauge. So let's see if we can cut the 16 gauge with my cool little new torch. Just a little piece of sheet metal I got clamped in the vise. I mean, I didn't buy this for cutting, so don't think that's what I'm trying to show off here, what it can do that way. I'm just trying it out. I've got a plasma cutter. I've got all sorts of cutters. I mean, within arm's reach, I've got a plasma cutter below. I've got a cordless this. Numerous cutters, grinders galore, all sorts of crap. So this is just fooling around. So let's just see if it'll cut that. A little bit of oxygen again. I think I went too much. Or a little bit of propane. Let's turn that down a bit. Say there, that's good. I notice with the bottle, you can kind of freewheel it until it meets resistance, and then it should start adding oxygen. Resistance in about a half a turn before oxygen comes out. So let's just try and heat it first, see how that works. See how long it takes to get it nice and hot. Give it a bit more oxygen. Yeah, it's amazing how much the oxygen makes a difference in the heat. Right, let's crank the oxygen up a little more and try cutting it. Blew itself out. Oh no, it didn't. I thought it did. Darn it. It was starting to cut though. Let's give it another little try. Hold on. That thing sucks. Let me get my other one. Yeah, both those things suck. This thing's way better. It's got a new, ooh, smoko. It's got a new flint in it. I'll put new flints in the other ones too. I think if we're going to go so high in the oxygen, we got to turn up the propane a little bit too. Yep, she'll cut, and I should be wearing goggles. There you go. Let's turn the oxygen back down. It's a pretty controllable little torch. And I turn the oxygen always off. Always turn the oxygen off first. Turn the propane off. That is pretty cool. Let me get some pliers and I'll show you guys. Oh, I can just grab those. I didn't want to cut all the way through and make a big mess of my table or anything, so let's just pull that out of there. There you go. You guys can see. I mean, it's not a clean cut. Imagine if I turned the oxygen up full blast, it would cut through that like nothing. Let's try heating up a bolt just to see what that's like. Let me grab a bolt here. Trying to find a car bolt. Just a second here. Alright, here's just your regular automotive bolt. I don't know what that is. It's got about a 13-inch head on it. So let's just try heating up the threads. See how that works. Alright. There we go. Alright. Let's fire this up now that I've got a... Give it a resistance, and then about half a turn before it starts to work, and then it starts to work. Yep, too much. Too much. Very touchy, this thing. Yep, she's hot. You guys probably can't see this on camera very well, but it got red hot. She's very hot. So that's one thing it'll be good for, is heating up fasteners. You guys can't see that real well, can you? Sorry about that. Yeah, it'll be great for loosening bolts. That'll be handy. But again, I have my induction heater for this. Not quite sure what the usage will be, but I know I'll find one. Yeah, something. I've yet to try it with these aluminum rods because I don't have any aluminum around to try it with. So that'll be my next try. Maybe I'll make a video when I try that. That's it anyway. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and of course comment. There she is again. That's the English side of the box. And that is the French side of the box. The French side is in better condition. There you go. Portable use, made especially for do, blah, 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 blah. Grip burner wand with 4.5 feet of hose. Regulated oxygen fuel valve, DOT 39 oxygen and propane fuel cylinders, improved cylinder stand, spark lighter, 5 welding brazing rods, and a completely illustrated how-to introduction manual. I'm going to have to read the manual and see if I can get this thing working good, because it appears to be functioning. There you go. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.